Amma's plastic-free dream takes to the skies. Chief Minister conducts an aerial survey of city's dump yards. Blast in firecracker factory claims 5 lives in Sivakasi. 7 others have severe burn injuries. Madras High Court accepts the plea, granting the centre 2 weeks' time to make its stance clear on the extradition of Douglas Devananda. If the budget jargon had you confused, here's some respite. Amma launches a drive to simplify the budget and its features. DMK reeling under the land grab charges, unleashes a wild card, lodges a complaint with the Human Rights Commission. After retaliating against detainment of MK Stalin, Kalaivanna now reportedly stares at charges under the Gundas Act. 4 days after levelling of charges, Anbaragan's family lashes out at the complainant. And delights from Collie and Hollywood excite the movie buffs. Lots in store for this weekend. Well, a very good evening. You're watching Headlines now with me, Ashmit Kumar. Let's take a look at top stories coming in from across the country. Markets nosedive in today's trade, losses of over 350 points. Global markets in turmoil as well. The CAG report is tabled in Parliament. Opposition trains its guns on Sheila Dikshit. Sonia Gandhi is recuperating in a US hospital after surgery, leaves Rahul Gandhi and 3 others in charge. The Supreme Court will examine the status report submitted by the Delhi police in the cash for vote scam. An NDTV special report takes a look on how the forests have been ruined after the Billari scam. And good news for Team India, Zaheer Khan also bowled in the nets yesterday, though he is unlikely to feature in today's warm-up match. Well, first up at this hour, as a first step to fulfilling her promise of creating a plastic-free, clean Chennai, Chief Minister Jayalalitha has done an aerial survey of the city's garbage dump yards. In the budget, the Tamil Nadu government announced the allocation of 5 crore rupees to make the drive against plastic waste a people's movement in Tamil Nadu. And well, in a move that has surprised many analysts, DMK, reeling under the land grab charges, unleashed a wild card, taking up the issue of arrests under land grab charges with the National Human Rights Commission. Now, the DMK has alleged violation of rights and vendetta by AIDMK government. Now, so far, 6 DMK leaders have been put in the slammer on charges of land grabbing. Meanwhile, the Chief Minister has dismissed the claims of the DMK and has maintained that the arrests are based on genuine complaints. Well, staying with land grab complaints now, G. Venkatesan, a sub-inspector in Yasarpari police station, currently under suspension, has filed a land grabbing complaint against former DMK North Chennai Secretary V.S. Babu. Now, Venkatesan claims that he and his family had inherited 78 cents of land in Pumpuhar worth nearly 15 crore rupees. Now, he alleges that Babu, along with District Secretary Natarajan, tried forging documents in a bid to grab this plot of land. Now, he also accused ex-MLA Ranganathan of threatening him over the phone line. Now, according to Venkatesan's version, when he and his family refused to comply, the then inspector of Yasarpari police station filed false cases of assault and threatened him and got him suspended. Well, for more updates on this case, let's go across to our reporter Pratiksha, who's joining us live over the phone line. Pratiksha, of course, now the land grab offensive, as it is being termed, has taken a severe toll as far as the DMK is concerned. From what we hear, from what reports are confirming, 6 DMK leaders have again been detained, have been arrested. A last-ditch attempt by the DMK to approach the NHRC?
Yes, Ashmit, because I think they have really run out of options. They had earlier claimed that they were going to take up these land grabbing cases in a very legal way. They are going to fight it the legal way, and they even held some protests appealing to the government to stop putting these land grabbing cases, which they claimed were actually false cases, mainly filed because of political vendetta. Now, Ashmit, basically the chief of the National Human Rights Commission is the ex-retired Chief Justice Balakrishnan, who is known to be close to the DMK. So probably this move is more looked at as a move to, gain some more time to really handle these cases, to give them some kind of a relief, because they really can't complain against the police or the government, because that's going nowhere. So definitely a last-ditch effort to just buy themselves more time and bring some, and also probably to bring the national attention towards these land-grabbing cases, Ashmit.
Right, Prateek, thanks a lot for joining us and sharing that perspective. Of course, the DMK running out of options as we speak. Now, we have received reports, in fact, that Pundi Kalaivanan is to be charged under the Gundas Act. And this comes after the DMK's Tiruvallur district secretary, who was arrested on Monday on charges of damage to public property. Now, his men are alleged to have thrown stones on public buses and vehicles and also forced shops to shut down in protest against the detainment of DMK leader M.K. Stalin. Well, in other developments now, Madras High Court today accepted the plea of the centre that it would reply in 2 weeks' time on a case seeking the extradition of Sri Lankan Minister Douglas Devananda, as he was an offender in the murder case in Chennai. Now, the petition seeking extradition of Douglas Devananda was filed in the Madras High Court in June of 2010, immediately after his visit in Delhi along with Sri Lankan President Mahinda Rajapaksa. Now, Douglas Devananda was declared offender in a murder case by 4th Additional Sessions Court in Chennai in August of 1994. Arrest warrant was issued against him in the murder of Tirunavakarasu at Chulaimedu. Now, the incident occurred in the year 1987. And developments, these are more developments coming in from Sivakasi now. 5 women were burnt to death late last night when they noticed a fire and tried running out. Now, 7 people, including 4 men and 3 women, are said to be critical and are admitted in the ICU of the Sivakasi General Hospital. Now, the cause of fire has not yet been confirmed. Early reports indicate the possibility of the fire having been ignited due to a short circuit. Now, the Sivakasi police is conducting inquiries on the cause of fire and the safety precautions that were in place at the factory. Well, shifting focus now, after yesterday's expansive budget presentation, Chief Minister and AIADMK General Secretary Jayalalitha today said that the AIADMK would organize rallies on August 13th and 14th to explain the people-friendly features of the budget presented in the Assembly on Thursday. Now, State Finance Minister O. Selvam will be addressing the rally at his home constituency of Bodhi-Nayakanur on August 13th. Now, State Agriculture Minister K. A. Sengotian will address the rally at Thousand Lights in Chennai on the same day. Now, the rallies will be held in all of the 234 constituencies across the state. The AIADMK regime's first budget has come out with a huge allocation of nearly 9,000 crore rupees for new schemes, particularly freebies. Now, the social sector spending in this budget stands at over 33,000 crores.
மாண்புமிகு அம்மாவின் அரசு தொடங்கியுள்ள பல்வேறு புதிய திட்டங்களையும் வளர்ச்சிக்கான முன்முயற்சிகளையும் என் உரையின் முன்பகுதியில் விரிவாக எடுத்துரைத்துள்ளேன். இத்தகைய திட்டங்களினால் ஏற்பட்டுள்ள கூடுதல் நிதி தேவை சுமார் 8,900 கோடி ரூபாயாகும். எனவே இந்த திட்டங்களை நிறைவேற்ற அரசின் நிதி ஆதாரங்களை பெருக்குவதற்கான முயற்சிகளை மேற்கொள்வது அவசியமாகிறது. இதை கருத்தில் கொண்டு அம்மாவின் அரசு மிக கவனமாக கூடுதல் நிதி ஆதாரங்களை திரட்டும் முயற்சியை மேற்கொண்டு வணிக வரி, மாநில ஆயத்தீர்வை, முத்திரைத்தாள், பத்திரப்பதிவு கட்டணம் ஆகியவற்றில் சில மாற்றங்களை கொண்டு வந்துள்ளது. இத்தகைய முயற்சிகளினால் 2011-12ஆம் ஆண்டில் மீதமுள்ள காலத்திற்கு அரசுக்கு கூடுதலாக 3,618 கோடி ரூபாய் வருவாய் கிடைக்கும் என எதிர்பார்க்கப்படுகிறது.
Well, moving ahead now, swapping the microphone for a pen, MLAs have had a lesson or two on how to be MLAs. Now, in an assembly largely of newcomers, how do you get the MLAs to go about their jobs effectively? Well, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jayalalitha decided to send them up to a special school. Peer Mohammed, our principal correspondent, brings to us this exclusive story. For once, the speaker addressed the MLAs and the latter took notes on how to cut motions, etc. And Finance Minister O. Selvam also gave a quick walkthrough on the budget.
அவர்கள் எப்படி சட்டமன்றத்திலே தங்களுடைய தொகுதி பிரச்சனைகள் குறித்து கேள்வி கேட்க வேண்டும், கவர்னர் தீர்மானம் எப்படி கொண்டு வர வேண்டும், ஒத்திவைப்பு தீர்மானம் எப்படி கொண்டு வர வேண்டும், சட்டப்பேரவையில் எப்படி நடந்து கொள்ள வேண்டும், சட்டப்பேரவையில் காலங்காலமாக கடைபிடிக்கப்பட்ட வந்த மரபுகள் எப்படியெல்லாம் கடைபிடிக்கப்பட வேண்டும் மற்றும் மாநிலத்துடைய வரவு செலவு அதை எப்படி அந்த பட்ஜெட் தயாரிக்கின்றார்கள் என்பதெல்லாம் போன்ற பல்வேறு விஷயங்கள் சட்டமன்ற உறுப்பினர்களுக்கு தெரிய வேண்டும் என்பதற்காக இந்த புத்தாக்க பயிற்சி ஏற்பாடு செய்யப்பட்டு நடைபெற்று கொண்டு வருகின்றது.
It is also an occasion for bonding for ministers and MLAs. Cutting across party lines, they have asked questions to the seniors and understood different aspects of the budget. Even some senior MLAs had doubts on the budget which needed to be cleared.
எங்க தேமுதிக எம்எல்ஏயும் நாங்கள் எல்லாருமே ஆல்மோஸ்ட் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா தலைவரும் நம்ம பண்டுட்டி ராமச்சந்திரன் ஐயா அவர்களும் மட்டும்தான் பழைய எம்எல்ஏ. மீதி 27 பேருக்கும் இது மிகப்பெரிய பாடமாக இருக்கும். நல்ல விஷயம்.
The training now conducted for the MLAs in Tamil Nadu is a remarkable one. Like this, there was a training in West Bengal, which was attended by our Finance Minister, Mr. Pranab Mukherjee, which was found to be very useful. Similarly, in Tamil Nadu, this particular program seems to be a very useful one for the newly elected MLAs.
As people's representatives, MLAs may be knowing so much about their constituencies, but knowing the traditions of the assembly is yet another thing. That can happen only through orientations.
More than 150 members of the 234 member strong assembly are new faces. This orientation program is aimed at giving them some insight into assembly proceedings and also the budget. In Chennai, with camera person Raja Singh, Peer Mohammed for Ndtv-Hindu.
Well, in a move to eradicate the number of dropouts from schools in the state government has increased the amount of money given to underprivileged students of class 10 and 12 from 1,500 to 2,000 rupees. Now, this move is directed at not only arresting the dropout rates, but also to help them sustain themselves throughout their studies. Let's take a look.
$1,500 and 2,000 rupees is what students will receive to go to school.
இதனால யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கும். வெளிய சம்பாதிக்கிறத விட நீங்க கல்வி கத்துக்கின மாதிரி ஆயிடும். அப்புறம் நீங்க பணம் சம்பாதிச்ச மாதிரி ஆயிடும். டபுள் யூஸ் இதுதாங்க.
என்னோட ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் நான் இது மாதிரி சொன்னேன், இது மாதிரி நீங்கள் கஷ்டம் வீட்டுக்கு வேலைக்கு அனுப்புறீங்களா, அதே ஸ்கூலுக்கு அனுப்புனா மாதம் 2,000 ரூபாய் 2,500 தராங்க. உங்கள் பையன் பச்சை மாதிரியாகவும் உங்கள் வீட்டுக்கு காசு அந்த மாதிரியாகவும் என் சுற்றி இருக்கிற ஃப்ரெண்டுங்களாம் கூப்பிட்டு நான் ஸ்கூலுக்கு நல்ல ஒரு சான்ஸாக யூஸ் பண்ணிப்பேன்.
Over 2 lakh students are the target. The move aimed at addressing school dropouts. In 2006, the dropout rates in schools was 4.08%. In 2008, the numbers drastically dropped to 1.90%. And for the last academic year, the rate of dropout students in the state stood at 1.39%. Experts say the move is worthy of a distinction.
The thing is, it is not only economic issue, but it's also social and other environment issues which force the family to, to leave out child's education or care of child. But it depends, like alcoholism or family disharmony or problem in the family. Parents are not able to take care of the children, to prevent children from dropping out and to motivate the children to go for higher studies. This is a welcome announcement by the government.
While schools and students have given a thumbs up to this announcement, educationists feel that effective monitoring by the state government will only help in the successful implementation of this scheme. In Chennai, with camera person Madan, this is Krishnamurthy for Ndtv-Hindu.
Well, still ahead in the bulletin, Madras High Court comes to the aid of a student from rural Tamil Nadu who missed an important message in his inbox. We get you more details on the other side.